This video is a review of the Rictor 1S electric scooter. I'm going to unbox, assemble, go over the controls and app, test ride, and review the scooter. The 1S has a 350 watt front nut motor with a max speed of 15.5 miles per hour, or 25 kilometers per hour. Thumb throttle, 36 volt, 7.5 amp hour battery with a range of up to 18.6 miles, or 30 kilometers. Front EABS and rear drum brake. 10-inch air-filled, leak-proof pneumatic tires. Headlight, taillight. Weighs 35 pounds or 16 kilograms and is IPX5 weather resistance rated. Additional specs can be found in the description section below. This is the box that it came in. Inside the box we have a phone holder. This is the charger. There was also a bag with the quick start guide, a tire valve extension adapter, 7 screws, and then an Allen key. This is the quick start guide, and you can pause at any time to see this in detail. This is the welcome page, the table of contents, packing list, accessories, functional diagram, dashboard and power button, fault codes, assembly, folding and unfolding, charger connection, NFC card functions, Rictor App, learn riding, avoiding hazards, do not attempt dangerous actions, safety instructions, advanced safety protection measures, requirements for micropower short distance devices, electric scooter fuse protection device, daily care and maintenance, maintenance of scooter battery pack, and parameter table. By default, this connector is unplugged. As you can see, there's 5 pins and it only fits in one way. Once that's connected, you can fish it through the tube. Then you'll slide the handlebar in the tube with the headlight facing forward. Having these holes line up, you're gonna put in 4 screws. There's actually 6 screws that go in, 2 on the left, 2 on the back, and 2 on the right. And then take your Allen key to tighten all 4 of them. This is the latch mechanism. There's a hook on the handlebar. You just drop the handlebar and put this over the hook. And then you can carry the scooter upwards to release it, let the handlebar drop, and push that back down. This is the locking mechanism. If you pull the handlebar upward, this will hit right there. So what you need to do is pull this lever down, and then this goes forward. Continue pushing the handlebar upward, and then you can pull this up to lock it. And once it's locked, this does not pull down without pushing this red plastic upwards. Let's take a look at these notes that are on the handlebar. NFC boot guide: when turning the phone for the first time, I think they meant scooter. Please click the power button first with the lock icon appearing on the screen. Use the NFC card to approach the handlebar cross label. After hearing a beep, you can turn on off the phone. I think they meant scooter. And then there's a note, a really small note that says, if the vehicle has not been used for more than 24 hours, the vehicle will enter power off state. In the power off state, the vehicle NFC and Bluetooth will not work. You will need to manually press the vehicle's power button to wake up the vehicle. Then there's a sticker right here that says, for details on the boot method, please refer to the NFC boot guide. Switch gears, short press once, push mode, short press 3 times. Please remove this protective film before use. NFC card, tap to unlock, power off. So the NFC cards are right here. There's 2 grips on each side. This is the brake lever, there's just one. There's 2 NFC cards. There's a bell. This is the display. the NFC card reader, and then the thumb throttle. Let's take this film off. I'm going to try to turn the device on. I think normally you press and hold the power button for 3 seconds, but let me just press it once. And then I see this lock icon right there. I'm going to hold the NFC card over. It seemed to have unlocked the scooter. I don't know if there's auto sensing, but the headlight is on. Let me try turning it off and on. I'm going to try turning it on without the NFC card. I'm going to press and hold the power button for 3 seconds, and it looks like it does not turn on without the NFC card. So I think you need to use the NFC card to unlock the device. Looking at the display, we have the current speed in kilometers per hour. To change it to miles per hour, you have to use the app. We're in drive mode, the headlight is on. This is the battery level. Looks like we're at 40 to 60%. To change the mode, we press the power button once. So we're now in S. Looks like we can only go to D and S for now. If I press the power button twice, it turns the headlight on. If I press it twice, it's supposed to turn it off, but it looks like it's auto sensing that it's dark in here. If I press it 3 times, we're in a pedestrian mode. That's supposed to provide up to around 4 to 5 kilometers per hour of speed to walk the scooter. And then if I press it 3 times again, it just stays on. If I press it 4 times, nothing happens. By default, the throttle does not work. We have to kick off more than 4 kilometers per hour. I'm going to try lifting the front tire and kicking it. And now it's working. We're getting 20 kilometers per hour in D mode. In S mode, we're getting 25 kilometers per hour. To turn the scooter off, we press and hold the power button. I downloaded the Rictor app through the iOS store and had to register an account. After that happened, I got to this screen. So I'm going to hit bind device. It's asking to use Bluetooth, and I'll allow it. So it found the 1S scooter. I'm going to connect to it, and it looks like it's connected. We can lock or unlock the scooter. It shows that the Bluetooth is online. The range is 12 kilometers. The state of charge is 41%. The distance ridden is 0 kilometers. We can turn the light on or off. I turned it off, but the light is still on. We can change the riding mode from comfort, sport, or push. I can change the units to miles. Let me change it to that. So now it shows miles. We can also search for a device. If your vehicle is ever lost, you can play this vehicle search sound and the scooter starts beeping. I think it needs to be connected within Bluetooth range, so it's not like a Find My feature where if the scooter is a mile away, it'll still work. We can check the device settings. So light settings, optional settings to enable corresponding lights. You can turn the front lights off. Automatic sensing headlights. By default, it was off. Now it's set to on. Cruise control. If you hold the throttle steadily for 5 seconds, then it will enable cruise control. I'm going to enable it. Energy recovery. After releasing the throttle, it'll automatically recover energy. By default, it's closed. So if I let off the throttle, it'll coast easier. If I release the throttle on strong, then you'll probably feel more resistance. Zero start, I'm going to enable it. So zero start, after turning off, the throttle will only work when the coasting speed exceeds 3 kilometers per hour. That means that you have to kick off the scooter more than 3 kilometers per hour before using the throttle. I actually like using the throttle stationary, so I'm going to enable it. Riding mode, I'm just going to keep it at comfort. Units in mile, NFC, startup, After activation, NFC can be swiped to power on. I'll just keep it off. Allow others to connect. It's on by default. Device info, the vehicle name, binding date, days, mileage, device number, battery information. Here's the battery status, the voltage, current power, temperature, and then firmware information. So there's no updates. And then you can also unbind the vehicle. So that's everything for the device. Then you can see my account information. So that's it for the app. I want to show you guys that when the device is connected to the app through Bluetooth, you can actually unlock the device through the app. So I was able to unlock it. You can also use the NFC card to turn the scooter on and off by tapping it here. So it turned on and it turns off. And just to show you guys the zero start, I am able to use the throttle without having to kick off. This is the brake light with the device on with the headlight off. If I turn the headlight on, nothing seems to change. When I press and hold the brake lever, it just starts flashing. Let me turn the headlight off. And the light does not change. So it looks like the light is always on, unless you turn off the device. Down here we have the kickstand. And behind it, this is the charging port. This is the adapter. You can pull this cover off, plug this in. I have a portable charging pack because I'm not close to an outlet. And when I plug it in, this light turns red, and when it's fully charged, it should turn green. I'm going to test acceleration max speed in each of the gears. We're in the D mode right now. And we hit 12, 13 miles per hour. Going to the S mode. We hit 15 miles per hour, 16 miles per hour, and cruise control activated. At this moment, we're going to test the brakes as well. We hit the max speed. I'm going to slam on the brakes at this first orange cone. And we stopped with our front tire right there. That's about 10 feet. There's a drum brake in the rear and an electric ABS brake in the front. I don't see too much quick adjustability in the rear. You would have to loosen this bolt, push this piece of metal down, and then pull the brake cable out more and tighten it. I don't see much adjustability here either. So you can do some adjustments with the rear brake, but it is more complex than just turning a knob. Through the app, you can change how much the front motor slows down. Once you take your thumb off the throttle, the scooter can slow down faster, but then I like to turn it off because I like to coast when I let off the throttle. I don't like it slowing down by itself. It just feels unnatural to me. The brakes themselves don't bite right away. It starts biting around here. I'm also not able to lock up the rear wheel, but it does provide a decent amount of braking power. Moving on to the review of the Rictor 1S scooter, the things that I like most about this scooter are that it has NFC capabilities. You're able to unlock the scooter using the NFC card by tapping it here. You're also able to use your phone through the app to unlock it. Another thing that I like is this long kickboard right there. I have size 10.5 shoes, so you can see that both of my shoes fit on this board. Other scooters, I can only fit 1 foot or 1.5, so this is very comfortable. I also like the design, and the rear tail lights look very futuristic. The build quality is very good as well. It also has cruise control. There's 3 gears, the pedestrian walk mode, the D mode, and the S mode, and it goes up to 15 miles per hour. but I was able to get 16 miles per hour. It has weather sealed drum brakes in the rear and electric ABS brakes in the front, and through the app you can adjust how much they slow down. You can set it to off or have it very strong, so once you let off the throttle, the front motor will start slowing down a lot. It also has a headlight and a bell. Some of the suggestions that I had, it would have been nice if there was a rear shock of some sort, just to help with the bumps. Because the tires are pneumatic, meaning they're air-filled, it does help with the bumps if you underinflate them. And then I also noticed that because the board is so long, there is some flex, so it did help with the bumps. Because it has a drum brake, it's harder to maintain if you have to change the pads, but they are more weather resistant than disc brakes. You don't have to worry about mud getting all over them. I didn't see much adjustability for the braking. They usually have an adjustment knob here or one back here, but I didn't see one. If you have to do adjustments, you have to loosen this bolt and then adjust the tension in the cable. The braking system also felt decent. I felt like it wasn't very strong. I couldn't lock up the rear tire, but I also didn't have to worry about skidding. It would have been nice if it was able to go 18 or 19 miles per hour. It's also 35 pounds, which I feel is a bit heavy for a portable scooter. It would have been nice if they're able to shave off the weight, but the build quality is very top notch. Kind of reminds me of a Segway. Other than that, I don't have any suggestions. Currently, the scooter can be bought on the Rictor website or Amazon for $499 before discounts. Check out the description section below for the latest pricing and potential discounts. Please like this video if you found it helpful. Feel free to leave questions or comments in the comment section below. And if you want to see more videos like this, please subscribe to my channel. Thank you guys for watching, and take care.